What's up guys and welcome back to the Tactical channel. Today we'll be talking about a toxic relationship from Logan Paul and Jake Paul. I think it's obvious that Paul brothers' relationship has been complicated since the beginning of the internet.
Give me a day where you've had more views and more subscribers in a day.
Oh wait, how many views do you have on your channel?
You see, having grown up on YouTube, their life has been documented for us all to watch. We've seen them both prank each other for a Lamborghini. Yeah, Jake pranking Logan about his bed going missing. And you're thinking, what did Logan do in return?
He shagged his girlfriend and he made a diss track on him.
Honestly, for that alone, I don't understand how people think Jake was the worst brother. The man literally filmed the dead body as well. But throughout their journey on YouTube, it's been clear that their number one priority is to be number one. Was that number one for the most amount of money, number one for the most amount of views, number one for anything in that realm. And back then, they was known for the views and the internet personalities, but now they're known for much more. You had Logan Paul with WWE and his business with Prime, and you got Jake with Better and his boxing capabilities. So obviously, they're both financially successful now, and are both now household names in their own right. But even though they're able to garner so much success with their finances, it seems that their success with their own relationship with each other is still not what it should be. You see, as time has gone on now, you see that Jake is maturing, whereas it seems like Logan is not as maturing as much, and he's just trying to be number one. For me, it's clear that with maturing, Jake is just wanting the best for Logan, whereas Logan just wants the best for himself. That was more clear on the 8th of August 2023. That Impaulsive video aired after both of them fighting on the same night. You had Jake Paul against Nate Diaz, and you had Logan against Ricochet in the WWE. Honestly, that must have been a special moment for them both. Like, imagine that. You're both brothers, you started from the bottom, and now you're together on the same night, headlining event. It must have been amazing, and it must have been a special moment for them two to have together. However, when that podcast aired, you wouldn't have really realized that there was even brothers.
I'm tired of not being picked because you're an easier fight.
Is that what you really think in your head?
I'm Jake. I think you had your chance with Tommy. You did. You had it, right? I have not. I've not gotten to eat at all. That Nate fight locked up. You took it. Said, okay, go for it. I wanted the Tommy fight.
Wait,
JJ
but I didn't.
said he wanted it.
I didn't
said,
take
okay,
I didn't
go
take
for
a fight from you that wasn't. It's in the ethos.
But motherfuckers are avoiding me. Everyone secretly knows why. No one wants to say it. Fucking obvious, bro.
I think you just want to beat Tommy to be able to say that you're better than me at boxing.
Well, I'll never fight you, and I don't want to fight JJ again.
I think that's more so what it sounded like.
And I think people realize during this podcast, the only reason why Logan wants to fight Tommy is to prove that he's a better fighter than Jake. And to prove his point, he's a better fighter. By no means am I a Jake Paul fan, but it's clear in the comments of that episode, many people were on his side and truly saw what Logan was trying to portray to Jake. He was truly undermining him. As his podcast aired, and Jake saw that he was getting so much love, and that people were truly starting to see what Logan's really like towards him, he had to reply on his own podcast. And in that podcast, he shares that he believes Logan is envious of Jake's successes.
Reveal itself, and like clearly he has envy and jealousy towards me, and that's what I told him off camera. And he's like, no, but it like everyone sees it clear as day, and it's like, why? We're on the same team. I'm not in competition with him. I want him to be a billionaire. I want him to accomplish all of his goals. It's him undermining me and being condescending towards me and trying to little bro me and discrediting everything that I do. And
watching all of that, I think it's clear to see that Logan's not on the same team as Jake. And not only just that, Jake goes into this, but nothing's really changed since when they was kids.
Like off camera, he was basically like, no, like I never respected you when we were kids. Like I thought you were a failure. And I was just like, so you didn't even like respect me as a brother because I was always there for you and trained for sports with you and played with you in the woods and built forts together, and we were best friends, and we survived a traumatic childhood together between our parents like abusing us, like, but you had no respect for me until I was older and was successful, and then I was just like, I don't know what's going on right now, and now I'm just like lost.
But knowing all that, you can understand why Jake wanted to succeed so badly in the online world. You gotta think, he wanted to succeed, yes, for money and for fame, but to also prove a point that he's where he deserved the same amount of respect Logan asked from Jake. So you can see how this turned into a competition. Jake trying to prove himself to show that he should be respected, and Logan to try and show, well, I don't need to respect you because I'm the number one brother. I am better than you. But this is when things took a turn. The egos got in the way, and they both made diss tracks on each other. Obviously, this garnered millions and millions of views, and it only grew them even further. But this is when Logan took it over the line. This is when we introduce Alyssa Violet. You see, Alyssa Violet was one of Jake's girlfriends back in the day. When Jake started to garner some fame, he brought Alyssa Violet from Ohio with him, an aspiring model, and they became boyfriend and girlfriend. But in Alyssa Violet's videos, she did say that Jake was hanging around with other girls when they were supposedly together, and that they would be in the same house while Jake would shag them.
I would be like downstairs in the kitchen, like making breakfast or something. I'd just get back from the gym, I'd be cooking food, and then all of a sudden I'd hear them upstairs like I could hear it. I could literally hear it. Like, do you know what that does to a person?
As time went on, the thing which would escalate this the most is when Jake went on a snowboarding trip with his mates. You see, on the snowboarding trip, he didn't invite Alyssa Violet. And when she asked to come, Jake just said flat out, no, you can't come. And obviously the reason why he didn't want Alyssa to be there is because Erica Costell was there and he wanted to get it on with her. So obviously, as Alyssa was pissed off by this and wanted to get her own back, who did she call? She called Logan. Planning a message, met up at a club, and Logan made a move, and from then they hooked up. But even though Jake treated Alyssa Violet poorly during that whole time together, like messing around with other girls, his brother should never thought that's a good excuse for him to shag her. And when Alyssa said what we did was horrible, Logan said that he's a maverick and he doesn't care.
Me and Logan were like close. We lived together. We all lived together. And like we kind of like established that friendship, like close friends. And then we went to a club like we normally would do and just hung out and then drank, and it was just a bad decision on both of our parts. We texted after and we were like, I was like, please don't ever like tell Jake, I don't ever want this to get out, like it was so stupid. And he was like, listen, like I'm a savage, I'm a maverick.
Oh, fuck.
And obviously, this is still being a thing that is fucked up with Jake because it's still getting brought up now in the present day. I mean, at least for now, is to say that Logan is a bad brother. But if you have any doubts, in that Impaulsive video, Logan complained he wasn't allowed Prime at Jake's event. Logan tried to make the point is that he's his brother, so he should be allowed to take whatever he wants at Jake's event. Even though there was a perfectly logical excuse on why Prime wasn't allowed, it's because Celsius was the event sponsor. So Celsius paid millions and millions to be the main sponsor of this event for Jake and his business. So obviously, if you have Logan Paul, the second most famous person there, with a Prime bottle, it takes away basically free sponsorship for Prime.
The stadium thing rubbed me the wrong way.
Rightfully so, because if there was a #1 sponsor, like let's say Nike was sponsoring the event and was like, hey, Logan's gonna be on camera, can he not wear Adidas? Then it wouldn't piss you off.
From a business standpoint, that makes sense, Logan. It does.
So it's clearly obvious why Prime was not allowed in the arena with Logan Paul. And in that Impaulsive video, he claims that if Jake did the exact same thing, he wouldn't care at all.
When you have a Prime card coming up, if you walked in with a Celsius headband to it, you probably would say that's
I
unacceptable.
don't give a fuck. You're getting paid millions of dollars by Celsius. Yeah, they're our competitor, but like, dude, come on. We're all,
But
we're all
if you
doing
but
something
but
here.
Away on a podcast 8 months ago, Logan said the reason why the better logo was Bled was because he's a Barstool Sports ambassador. So he couldn't do it to ruin his business. So obviously, whenever it suits Logan, Jake's his brother, and when it doesn't suit Logan, when it's convenient for Logan, he'll just pull the business card and the brother card. Anyways, guys, what do you guys think about this whole relationship between Logan and Jake Paul? Do you not give a fuck? Do you think they're both scummy people? Or do you think that Jake's maturing more and Logan is just showing his true colors now? I saw someone message saying that Jake is pretending to be a bad guy, but actually he's a good guy. And Logan's pretending to be a good guy, but actually a bad guy. But anyways, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Hopefully you can subscribe because we're on 172 now. But honestly, thank you guys. And I'll see you guys in the next one.